Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new season of ICC What to Watch, where we break down the European football matches that you absolutely cannot miss on this weekend's schedule. I'm your host, Chris Murch. Really happy and really excited to be back with you guys. We're now finished with the craziness that was 2020, a year that included a complete halt of all sports around the world. However, European football survived well, with most leagues around the world finishing their season and starting a new one fairly seamlessly. Right now, however, the wild times are still being had in 2021 as we are seeing some surprising clubs at the top of respective leagues. To start, you have Manchester United in the Premier League, who hasn't won the league since 2013. AC Milan in Italy, who haven't even qualified for the Champions League since 2014. Lille and PSG tied on points at the top of Ligue 1, Sporting and Portugal at the top, and plenty of other interesting storylines to begin the year. 2021 should be a year that we look back on with a smile when it comes to play in European football. Let's take a look at the top 3 matches that you absolutely cannot miss on this weekend's schedule. First, let's head to England and FA Cup madness with Liverpool versus Manchester United. Really doesn't get much better than back-to-back weekends of Liverpool versus United, especially when you factor in that these are two clubs that are fighting for the top of the Premier League and would love nothing more than knock each other out of England's best cup competition. While we saw a 0-0 stalemate on Sunday that saw Manchester United remain at the top of the Premier League, this match should produce a bit more in the way of goals, with a few potential roster changes made to preserve the legs of players. Who advances and becomes the favorite to win the FA Cup? Tune in Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. Next, let's head over to Italy and Serie A with AC Milan versus Atalanta. Perhaps the most surprising club in all of world football, AC Milan is having a dream season that could see them secure a trophy this year. Top in Serie A, favorite in Europa League and still alive in Coppa Italia, this is a side led by Stefano Pioli that combine young and old talents with tons of goal-scoring power and a defense that has been surprisingly stout given their recent defensive history. Led by a now healthy Zlatan Ibrahimovic, perhaps one of the most underrated players in the game in Hakan Çalhanoğlu, one of the better young talents in the world in Rafael Leao, and more, this is a side that will do damage the rest of this year. Against an always dangerous Atalanta side looking to return to Champions League next season, Milan will have their hands full. Expect goals and drama Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern, also on ESPN+. Lastly, we're heading over to Germany with Schalke 04 versus Bayern Munich. You might be thinking, why should I care about a club in the relegation zone going against the almighty Bayern Munich? Well, for our American audience, Schalke has an American player by the name of Matthew Hoppe, who you might have heard has scored 4 goals in 2 matches in Bundesliga play. He's already the top scorer for the struggling club, having only played 7 matches, and could be their lifeline out of the relegation zone. If he scores against Bayern and Manuel Neuer, expect Twitter to erupt. This could also be a fun match because of the recent struggles of defending treble winners in Munich. In 2020, they lost only 1 match. Last week, they lost twice, including bowing out of the DFB Pokal to second-tier Holstein Kiel. They've had trouble defensively this season and have made a habit of having to come back in matches. Can Schalke and Matt Hoppe shock the world and make Bayern's reign at the top of Bundesliga even shakier? 9:30 a.m. Eastern Sunday on ESPN+. Be sure to take a look. Thanks for joining, everyone, and don't forget to check out our other original programming, such as Around the ICC with Kevin Egan, The Fixture with Meg Linehan, EPL Insights with Michael Tomer, and more at internationalchampionscup.com. And go ahead and follow us at International Champions Cup on Instagram and Facebook, and at INT Champions Cup on Twitter. We'll see you next week.